launch day. It's launch day for the You Can Method book, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to the You Can Show. I am Dr. Nina Addison. I am your You Can specialist. I used to say the You Can specialist, but I'm your You Can specialist, okay? And today is the launch of the You Can Method, the book, and we're doing it right here on the You Can Show, right here on ICU Radio 97.3 and or the podcast version on YouTube. And then we're going to come on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook at Nina Motivates, the letter U after it. So Nina Motivates You for an after party. Okay. There I'll read a few more passages. I'll answer questions and we'll just get together for about 30 minutes and have a funky good time. Hey, we're going to have a great old time. Oh, all right. Let's get right into it. When you are here today, you want to go ahead and share this out to everybody you know, because this is going to be an inspirational show. We're going to read passages from the book, The You Can Method. Y'all, I'm so excited about the launch of this book. I believe this is one of my greatest books yet. This is this is definitely number one, I believe. I believe this is number one. This is the top book that I've written. I've written it in such a different voice. I've written it in such a different style. And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I wrote it, right? So at the beginning of February, we launched the You Can Method. We launched it in a way that I was introducing myself, reintroducing myself as a speaker and a coach in using this 5-step method: see it, break it, believe it, build it, become it. And I was introducing it. And then in February, I introduced the book and I started the pre-sales back in February because I knew this book was coming. I planned on releasing it at the beginning of May, but God had me to rewrite the whole book, y'all. Like, I had all this stuff and I was making it so scientific and all of that stuff. And God's like, mm-mm, I need you to write it in this way. And so I changed the book according to what God told me to do. And it has more of my life stories, more of my testimony, more of the things that I've went through, even decisions I made that were not so good. I try not to use the word bad because everything we do in life, we're learning and we're growing. And so I made some learning and growing steps in life of some decisions that I was like, ooh, that I had to go back and relearn and redo and all of the wonderful things. And so he had me to share that in here as well. Some things that I had to break, some things that I had to grow from, all of the different things, right? And I'll tell you now, this is not a very thick book, but it's a very powerful book. It is life elevating, life changing. I love it. If you've ever heard me speak, if you've ever heard me coach, if you've ever heard me talk, and you've said, "Oh, girl, God has really gifted you," you want this book. You want this book. You need this book. We all need it. And now I'm going to go into it. I'm going to answer a few questions. Y'all know typically I'm on the other side interviewing authors, talking to authors, and all of the other things. And now today is all about me sharing my journey, my book with you. I'm gonna say God's book because He wrote this book, y'all. When I say He wrote it, He wrote it. When I read it, I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah, yeah, this is good. And so I'm really excited to share some of it with you. Um, Someone said, okay, what made you write this book? Well, I realized that I had been living the You Can method all my life. Of course, for those of you who've never seen me before or don't know, I was born with club hands, radial club hands, which means my bones did not develop properly, causing the doctor to have 6 surgeries on my hands. I have very limited movement in my left hand, full movement in my right hand. I do not have thumbs. My thumbs were cut off because they didn't have bones in them, so the doctors moved all my fingers over one place. So the finger that you use to point with, I use as a thumb. And my arms are short and curved, so they're not the typical length. They don't look typical. You can see me a mile away, period. Okay, but that's a good thing, not a bad thing. But of course, that made me have to go through some things in life, right? Had to make some decisions in life, had to do some things differently in life. And because of that, I had to always push push till you can. I had people that would tell me I could. My mom treated me normal. I had chores and I had, I got spankings, and as they call them, and I got whooped. And all of those things. My dad would tell me how he used to walk me up and down the hallways of the hospital and tell me what I could do, what society was going to say, but how I was going to defy the odds. And those words had an effect on me. And now I use words to have an effect on other people in a good way. And that's my desire. That's my motive. That's my motivation. My parents treated me like a normal kid because I was a normal kid. And those things helped shape me into knowing that I could do and I can be. So shout out to Audrey and Freeman Pendleton. All right. That I can do and I can be. And I have become. And I continue to become. Because as I read parts of the book, you will learn that becoming is something you are always doing. You should be elevating every day. You should be becoming a better version of yourself every single day. Right. And so I knew that this method, this 5-step process, was not something that I could keep to myself. If it helped me and everybody else technically live it in one way or the other, or should go through it so that they can continue to become as well. I talked about before how I would made some bad relationship decisions and all of the different things. Well, this very method is what helped bring me out. I didn't know what it was called at the time until God broke it down to me. But that's the very method that God used to bring me out as a kid growing up, with the different challenges and the different labels that society wanted to put on me. I used this very method to realize that I could do anything. I can. I had to see it. I had to break off those limiting beliefs. I had to remove doubt. I had to remove fear. I had to believe in my heart. And then I had to go ahead and build and do the actual steps so that I could become who it is I was becoming at that time. So whether you're young, whether you're older, whether you're in between, whatever, you are always living the you can method when you push yourself, when you say, I can, when you let doubt go, when you change your environment, the you can method becomes alive in all of our lives. And so now I'm going to read certain parts of it. I'm not going to read too much. I got all of these sticky notes in the book, but I think that's going to be too much. So I'm just going to start with certain parts. I'm going to read at least a paragraph from each method. And then some spots I'm not going to say. I'm not going to like fully read or anything, but I want to make sure that you get a gist of why you want this book and get encouragement even now, even in this moment. I want this to inspire you, to push you to want some more, right? And so part of the introduction, I say, when I think about the you can method, I realize it's not something I started using as an adult. It was in me all along. I have used it throughout my entire life, from cheerleading to JROTC, to getting my driver's license, to dating, to going to college, getting a job, starting a business, getting married, becoming a mother, and the list goes on. The thing is, you use the method too. It is a process of stop doubting and start to believe. When you step out on faith, when you do it even afraid, when you realize you can change, when you do the work, when you become who you've always known you would and could become. All right, I'm not going to keep reading that part, but as you can see, I share, even in the book, throughout the book, I share some of my journey, some of the different things that I have done and I have become and I have gone through, right? Because even in chapter 1, I believe it, let me see, let me flip it. In chapter 1, I talk about, there's a part called interlude in chapter 1. And so basically, interlude talks about, I'm going to fast forward time. So the interlude is going to tell you some of the things that I dealt with in my 20s. And if you knew me in my 20s, baby, she was a party girl. She was that girl that way. Now I'm that girl. Okay, she was that girl. Okay, people came to me to party. People, I was broke, busted, and disgusted. Okay, in my 20s, and people, I don't know if they knew or not, but at that time, it was just like, dang, now that I look at it, I'm like, ooh, lessons learned. Those not so good decisions helped me to learn lessons so that I can become who I am right now today. All right. Chapter 1 is what do you see? That's the see it part, right? And at the beginning of every chapter, I have like a quote or something that I say right there. So I've never I not never. I don't have them outlined. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and read what I have for chapter 1. You got to get the book to make sure you know all the other ones. So chapter 1 says it's not too late to see differently. So close your eyes and dream your biggest dream. See what you've never seen before. See it in your mind so much that it becomes and feel real. See it so much that you want your reality to match what you see. Yeah. Okay. So here's a paragraph in chapter 1. JROTC was like preparing for the Army in high school, and I did not allow my hands to stop me from joining the color guard team, the rifle team, and making it to captain my senior year. I was one of the top leaders in my graduating class. There was nothing that I could not do. I did not want to go to the Army, but I saw myself doing things that society said I couldn't do. I had to see myself defying the odds and achieving goals beyond my wildest imagination. So that's just one paragraph because I talk about some different things, but I talk about like seeing in your mind. Because who would think that I could twirl a gun? Who would think that I would do color guard? Like that's stuff that I could have easily just bypassed. But I knew that the Army does not accept anybody with missing limbs. So that was something that society said, oh, you can't do. But I had to show myself and I had to go through that process of, hey, let's see if I could. No, matter of fact, let's see that I can and let's do. At the time, I didn't know that that's what I was doing. But as time went on and as I grew up and as I learned and as I grew, I now understand that a lot better. Okay, one more paragraph. This is after the interlude. This is in the application section. So I have different things. I talk and then I have what's called applications so that you can apply it. See yourself turning your pain into purpose. See yourself going from poverty to prosperity. See yourself going from broken to whole. See yourself going from sickness to walking in divine healing. See yourself as your best self. It is possible. And so I give you some things to help you see. And one of the things I do want to say in this book, I have colored pictures. So if you're on YouTube, I'm showing you one of the pictures in the book. So I have colored pictures. I didn't want black and white. I wanted you to actually see these things, to see yourself in a different place, to see yourself in a new light, to see you and all of your greatness. Because, oh my goodness, I sit and see in my mind so much. Because when I do that and I allow myself to just close my eyes and to dream big and to see, it helps me to then say, okay, whatever I need to break, let me let go of it because that's gonna help me even believe in my heart and then move, right? And so these things, even now, I'm living this method. Even now, in different areas and aspects of my life, I'm going through different processes and parts of this method to work on different things, from my finances to my health to my business. I'm going through these things, breaking some habits that serve me no good, breaking things that will keep my health out of alignment, breaking spending habits, breaking certain things so that I could be in line and have all that God has for me. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to chapter 2, letting go to grow, break it. All right, y'all heard that, letting go to grow, break it. And the first paragraph of this chapter says, I was unhappy. I had a man who cheated and lied daily. I had an apartment, but I did not feel very safe there. I smiled every day. I went to church, sang in a choir, and was in many organizations. On the outside, it may have looked like I had it all together, but on the inside, I was screaming. But no one could hear me. I would go to bed at night feeling empty. I was used to what I was used to, but I had to get used to something new. I just did not know where to start or what to do. Mm. I can't wait till the audiobook comes out because yes, I am putting this in an audiobook. Because this good, y'all. This book good. And so I'm going to go straight to a paragraph and application. You got to get the book to read all the other things. And so it says, one of the paragraphs in the application, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the sixth paragraph. This is also saying yes to your best life. The better you get, the better things around you get. I do not care how long you've made some not so good decisions. You can change to great decisions whenever you decide. I'm asking you to decide right now. Family traditions sometimes have to change. It has always been this way, can reroute to a new direction. I do not care if you've never seen anyone else break free from whatever it is before. You can be the one. It can start with you. So I'm sharing a part of like what I went through or what I said or what I experienced. And then I gotta bring it back up and show you that application part. So that was breaking it. And so I want you to get the book because I want you to be able to go through and examine where you are in all areas of life because I want you to be whole. Okay. I attend Be Whole Christian University, Be Whole Christian Center, which we have anyway. Let me just keep going. But I attend Be Whole Christian Center and we speak wholeness all the time. So I see that because I'm in that environment, because it has shaped me, my desire is for us all to be whole. And the You Can method push us to more wholeness, right? And so we've gone through See It, we've gone through Break It. Now we are at Believe It. And I think I go straight to application and Believe It. Let's see. Yeah. And y'all, I really love the picture for Break It. It's all of the pictures are powerful. Okay. They're all powerful. So you got to get it. So we're going to go straight to application and read one paragraph. In what ways do you need to believe more? I didn't tell you the chapter title. Sorry. Let's go back. I got to at least give you the chapter title. Chapter 3, The Heart Knows First. HEART. The heart knows first. Believe it. In what ways do you need to believe more? Your lack of belief can stop great things from happening. In reverse, your increased belief can manifest so many great things in your life. The Bible tells us, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Now, do you see in the mind? Now, do you see how the mind see it and the heart believe it works together? It works together and it creates your reality. Yeah. Did I give you another paragraph? I think I did. Hold on. A couple pages away. Oh, nope. That's all I gave you for Believe It. Oh, you got to get this book. You got to get the book. You got to get the book. And that's all I can say is you got to get the book. You got to get the book. All right. From Vision to Foundations, Build It, Chapter 4. Building a new foundation calls me to do everything new. I had to destroy the rocky foundation of life I had and start from scratch. I had to get some new bricks, strong bricks, bricks of love, confidence, wisdom, and knowledge, just to name a few. I had to relearn some things. I had to be reprogrammed. It was necessary. I had to seal the cracks. And if I'm honest, I am still sealing cracks. Okay. I mean, because I believe that we build ourselves every single day. We're always a work in progress. And so the thing is, you got to do the work. And the work is worth it because you're worth it. Last paragraph in the entire chapter. If you are still here, you have a purpose. You can build yourself to be in the best version of yourself. You can do the work, the needed work. Examine what you need to do. Make a workable list, then take one step at a time. You are worth the work. Yes, you are. You are so special. You are so unique. You are so called. You are so chosen. You are. But you got to believe it. You got to be able to build upon the amazing person that you are. Don't stay in your stinking thinking. You don't have to. Just because things have always been that way, I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You can make changes today, one step at a time. You don't have to jump over hurdles immediately. You have to have a desire, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. See it. Break it. Break them bad habits. Y'all, I started back drinking smoothies, you know, going back to the gym. I missed like 2 weeks in the gym, okay? And I would love to say, ooh, this the end of the school week is a lot of work. I'm so busy. I could have made time. No excuses. Excuses are for dead people, and we're alive and amongst the living. So no excuses. Let's go and let's grow. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing together. Okay? Now, if you, I got one more chapter. I think 2 more chapters. Oh, 3 more chapters. We on chapter 5. There's 7 chapters, and then there's some extra stuff in the book as well, which we'll get right to. But I just had to include those things and say that to you, because if I'm gonna use this book anytime I'm speaking, anytime I'm ministering, like this book is my go-to. This method is my go-to. Okay? Because I am called to push nations to believe that they could. That with God all things are possible. That as long as he's giving you strength, you can do it. That nothing is impossible. That change is not impossible. That a new life is not impossible. I can't imagine what my life would be like right now if I didn't make changes. I don't even want to imagine. You heard me say, I was broken. I was going to bed feeling empty. No matter what I would have shown on the outside, because we look at a lot of people on social media and we be like, oh, but we don't know how anybody goes to bed. But it's my prayer that we all go to bed feeling whole, feeling complete, feeling unique, feeling like we can do anything that he tells us to do. And that takes work. All right, let's move on to chapter 5. The journey of who you are. Become it. Yes. And actually, chapter 5 is a rather short chapter. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's only a few pages. But it's powerful. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this chapter as well. You and I are meant to become more than who we are right now. Just like everything in the world around us gets better, so should we. It is my greatest hope and prayer that you take these steps and make them your own. That you become the person beyond your wildest imagination. And then you become even greater than that. God gives us free will. With my will, I decide to let him take control. My ways did not work, and when I tried his, I became a better version of myself. So, see that there's more in you. Break anything that doesn't serve you. Believe that the impossible is possible. Build yourself by doing the work because you are worth it. And become your best self every single day. I know and believe that you can. So y'all know how technology is improving every single day. Like we went from no like internet and all of that stuff access like at home and stuff to the AOL dial up, right? You had to put the disc in there. Young folks, yes, we had to put a CD-ROM in the computer. We had to hook our phone up to the computer. And then you hit it, it'll go through the whole little sounds and all of that stuff to connect to AOL, right? And then we came out with Yahoo, the Yahoo mail, email, and stuff like that. There was no Gmail at first, okay? And then we were able to search the web through Google. Now you have AI technology and all of these other things. Things are always improving. You should always be improving too, not just the world around you, not just technology or how to do different things, but you should be putting that same effort into you and becoming a better version of yourself every single day. Every single day. All right, let's go. We are in what chapter is it? 6. Living the method. There's 7 chapters, y'all. Chapter 6 talks about living the method. And I'm going to read a little bit here. Live in this method. The most successful people live in this method. They may call it something different, but the outlook is very similar. Right now, I'm so glad I wrote this book first, because I wrote this book and it, just like everybody else, I was in my mind like, is this book powerful? Then I go back and read it and I'm like, girl, yeah. Listen, this book is motivating me every single day. Okay, every single day is pushing me and motivating me and taking me to higher heights and new levels, right? And so I'm listening to, because I love me some audiobooks, okay? Atomic Habits, right? And so this is my first time really listening to this book, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, yeah, I mean, he talks about mind work and just different things. And I'm like, okay, God. Okay, God, I see what you're doing. I see it. I see it. So get the book, y'all. This is going to be one of the greatest self-help books that you have on your shelf. Listen, I'm declaring and decreeing. I am in I'll go to a lot of different networking things, um, business things, growth things, whether it's a Zoom, in person, or whatever. And people always have like a list of books that they recommend. I am looking forward to the You Can Method being one of those books. I declare and decree it. I see it. I know it. The You Can Method is going to be one of those you must read books on people's list of all the books they have. The You Can Method is going to be there too. So get your copy now so that you can be like, oh my gosh, I have that book. I've read that book. I've listened to that book, right? Because this book is so powerful. Ooh, I'm like, oh God, you love me so much. You had me to write that. And again, it's not a long, drawn out book, but it's a very powerful book. All right, let's read another paragraph. This is the last paragraph I'm gonna read. Then I'm gonna tell you what else is in the book as well. Your best life is waiting for you. And if you find yourself getting off track, pick yourself up and start again. Need I remind you that life will life, but how you react to life is up to you. Let life happen for you, not to you. Do not just exist, live. Live life to the fullest. Jesus said he came that we might have life and have it abundantly. Last time I checked, abundant means more than enough, large, and plenty. So even when you have reached the greatest step in your life, go to God and say, more, please. More vision, more breaking, more belief, more building, and even more becoming. Like that. Clock it. Okay. Y'all know, I love inspiring. Like God has just put that in me to inspire. And so I hope as you're listening that you are feeling inspired to do something different, inspired to become more, inspired to break those things that aren't serving you. Be inspired. Like when I say, I had got a word, like God has put things in me and he's given me some ideas and some steps and different things. And I'm like, he has. So there's more coming with this book. It's a workbook coming. It's uh sheets, it's like workshops, like so many different things is coming, and I'm so excited. So excited, y'all. Chapter 7 is I declare, I decree, and I affirm. Okay. And there I say, because I know you can. And when we declare and decree a thing, it is established because that's what the word of God tells us, right? And we also often hear people say your affirmations. Well, I say, I declare, I decree, and I affirm. So I'm stamping God with that, and that affirming is like the signet ring. Like in the Bible, once the king put his signet ring on any document, it could not be taken back. And so when I declare and decree and I affirm, I'm believing God that this is it right here, God. And so I give you some you can motivation in here. This chapter is not really chaptery, is more so pouring into you with what you can do. And then there is some declarations, decrees, and affirms to go with the book. And then I believe in giving you a space. So I do have a space in this book for you to write your own declarations and decrees. It's something about writing. It's something about putting pen to that paper, honey. That God always told them to write. He told them to write, okay? He had them to write. And then in the book is Psalm 23. I love Psalm 23. I often read Psalm 23 the last 40 days of the year when I go through the last 40, which is a free video series on my YouTube page. And I have a free downloadable document. I believe it's already on my website. If not, it'll be on there by the time you hear this, okay? Where you can go and download the last 40. I think I call it prayer salads and squats. So you work on your mind, you work on your body, you work on all of the things at once. And it's a 40-day journey, because I talk about how even in that, I talk about how the last 40 days of 2010, I took the last 40 days to fast, and a lot of things happened in my life at that time. A lot of changes, a lot of the You Can method manifested itself right then and there in my life at that time. And so after that chapter, after chapter 7, I have what's called the You Can activation, the 7-minute You Can daily system, which I'm going to make free, just this one page, to downloadable on my site. And so you'll be able to go there and get the You Can activation 7-minute You Can daily system. It is 7 minutes of your day, a good way to start your day, right? You got to go download it. But it takes you through 7 minutes of every aspect of the You Can method to help you start your day right, make those small goals and steps, and do the things you need to do so that you can become who you were created to become. And then I have a personal commitment in here. It's something about signing our name on the dotted line that makes us feel more committed to doing the work and to becoming and being who we are. Now, let me give a shout out to L'Oreal Lockhart. She wrote the You Can Method poem with including all 5 steps of the You Can Method. You want to tune in to Facebook Live because I believe that she is able to get on to read the poem live. If you was at the You Can Method launch in February, you heard the poem and people was like, "Oh my goodness!" I am still hearing people say how amazing that poem was to them and how it was life changing for them. So you want to come on and tune in so you can hear the You Can Method poem by L'Oreal Lockhart, aka Lo the Goddess. She actually has like an open mic session every Thursday in the city of Chicago. So if you are in Chicago, shout out to L'Oreal, my mentee. That is my little boo-boo. And she is so amazing, so awesome. She's a life coach. She's an author. She is now she's a publisher. Okay. So she has a lot of different skills, talents, and she uses them. And so I thank her for featuring this poem, not only for my launch in February, but for this book. And so, yeah. Last but not least, I want to say thank you. I had a goal set out there and I wanted to sell books for pre-orders. And I promised people that if they ordered the books in advance, that they will have their name mentioned in the book. And so I have thank yous in the book. And so I'm going to give this special thank yous, of course, to L'Oreal Lockhart, Wendy L. Cunningham Barnes, Daria Rosen, Monica Renee, Nicole Lofton, Dr. Stevie Mills, Yolanda Brown, Dr. Shelley Williams, Sharon Bell, Milan Reyes, Camilla Cat Jones, Beverly Johnson, Joanne Bethay, Demisha Marshall, Diana Allen, Latoya Wiggins, Cher. I just say Cher, Sharnicia, because if you don't put your name like that out there on social media, I'm not going to do that either. Latanya Brown, Lawanda Dockery, Vanessa Scott Thompson, Lenora Brown, Goldie Matthew, Angel Conway, Shamika Williams, Sierra Lewis, Tracy Armand, Lachelle Wright, Apostle and Prophetess Hill, Audrey and Freeman Pendleton. That's my spiritual parents. They're my natural parents, and my husband, Vernon Addison. I want to thank you all for pouring in, for supporting. Oh my goodness, y'all. Y'all know. I thank y'all for always staying with me, even over a few minutes, right? And then I'm not publishing books right now, but I am offering strategy sessions. And so I'm going to do a special deal for launch week. I'm going to do it for launch week. But once I get 12 appointments, I'm going to have to go back to the regular price. Okay. So the first 12 people that book a strategy session, strategy sessions are typically $197. But for the first 12 people, you can get a strategy session for $97. In living the You Can method, in every area that I'm gifted in and God has blessed me with, I want to help. So if you can write a book is something that you've been wanting to do, I want you to go ahead and sign up. And for those first 12 people, I'm even going to throw in a digital version of the You Can method. You can, not the You Can method, the You Can publish book, a digital copy of the You Can Publish Master Manual. And so that's my way of pouring back in. That's my way of gifting. You got to go to my website. It's going to be $97, but once it's 12 people, it's going to automatically go back up to the original price of $197. And that is still a steal. Okay. So you'll book your strategy session with me. We'll get on Zoom and we will work it out. That's for the book writing. And also you can book You Can method strategy sessions. So you get to choose which type of strategy session you want between the You Can method or book publishing. And we work on you. We work on your book. We work on whatever it is you want to work on during that time. Not business coaching. Okay. Yes, I used to help people start their businesses and things like that, but I am a professional development coach and a writing coach. I want to stay in those lanes. Okay. So if you've been wanting coaching with me, if you've been wanting motivation, if you've been wanting somebody to inspire you and put you to know that you absolutely can and to make you believe that you can and give you the action steps to go in and doing it. And we will have a 15-minute follow-up after this. So you get a session with me. And then after this session with me, 30 days later, you get an additional 15 minutes with me to make sure that you have been doing the work that we have set out for you to do. Okay. And so I thank you all for tuning in to the You Can Show. I thank you all for tuning in to the You Can Method launch and the launch day. Come on over to Facebook and join me on Facebook Live, facebook.com/Nina Motivates and the letter U, Nina Motivates You. And we're going to have a great time over there. We're going to talk about what we talked about on the show a little bit, but then we're going to do a few things more. And I may do a giveaway. So you got to come on over there. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. The You Can Method book is now launched. I am open for vending events this summer. I am open for book talks, book signings, readings, speaking engagements. Go ahead over to drninaaddison.com. My schedule is up and I'm so excited. So I have a keynote coming up. I have some other events coming up and I want to be on your calendar too. I want to be at your event as well. So go ahead over there, fill out the contact form and I will definitely get back in touch with you. This has been an amazing time. Listen, we're going on a 4-week hiatus, but I still want you to tune in to ICU Radio every Monday at 5:30 p.m. because some of the best shows will be aired. And I will be back at the beginning of July with fresh new show, fresh new guests, and all things new, a new intro. I mean, you want to tune in, okay? But keep tuning in. We got the perimenopause show coming back, okay? And so many other ones. So tune in to ICU Radio, YouTube. I'll be sharing some other things there. And so you want to keep tuning in. I love you all. I thank you all for tuning in. I am Dr. Nina Addison, the You Can Specialist, and this is the You Can Show. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And until next time, bye for now.